Yo, what's good? It's your boy Big Steve, and this is Go Blue Uncut, where we smoke and talk Michigan football. So let's get into it. So day 3 of the NFL Combine saw Michigan legend J.J. McCARThy participate in throws today. He didn't run the 40, but that was expected for most quarterbacks, but he did throw some throws today and actually came in big as shit. One of the knocks on J.J. McCarthy was he had a smaller frame, but I don't know what he did between now and January, but he came in swole as a motherfucker. So salute to J.J. But I really don't like putting too much emphasis on throwing when there's nobody around you. You're throwing to receivers you hardly don't know. So ain't no excuses. He didn't have a bad workout. I just don't want to come on here saying, hey, look at the throws he made. All that bullshit. The dude's a winner. And I think if he goes to the right team, Atlanta, Seattle, a couple teams where they just a quarterback away, he can be that guy. Strong arm, athletic, can sit in the pocket and make throws. And I know a lot of people out there who didn't really watch Michigan football, but just saw his numbers and was like, well, Michigan's a running team. Jim Harbaugh is known for running the ball and all this and all that. Well, if you watched the games like I did, every snap, every game more than twice, you would see that he bailed Michigan out a lot. One thing about Jim Harbaugh, everybody knows first down, he's going to run the ball. Whether he gets 6 yards or 2 yards, second down, he probably run the ball again. So with that being said, JJ was faced with a lot of thirds and sevens this year, and he put it on the money. He never hesitated, never got shaken. He completed some big-time passes in big-time games. And so if, even in Washington, shout out my man Nathan, even Washington, I know they kind of in a rebuilding mode right now. They traded some of their top players at the end of last year, or towards the end of last year. But if you're a team and you need a quarterback, J.J. McCarthy's your guy. If you're a team like the Bears or Washington, a team where you feel we need somebody to come in and turn his franchise around no matter who he has around him, he's probably not your guy. But like I said, he came in kind of swollen. I'm pretty sure he's going to lose some of that weight going into the season. He wasn't fat. He was kind of big, like he just been doing fucking shoulder shrugs for the last 2 months. So, some of his throws, definitely across the middle, and some of his deep throws looked good. A lot of his out routes, out throws towards the sideline is where a lot of these quote-unquote analysts saying he struggled with. But once again, turn the tape on and watch the film. The dude's a certified baller. And whoever get him, like I said, if you got a team that's a quarterback away from competing for a playoff spot or a Super Bowl, he's your guy. I believe 27-1 as a starter at Michigan. He can make every throw. He ran basically a pro-style offense at Michigan, and he has a coach that is known for running NFL type offenses, where his players translate better to the NFL. So I'm very excited for him. I thought he was going to run the 40, and if he did, I'm assuming he's going to be somewhere around the 4.6. 4.6. The dude got wheels on him. He can throw from any angle on the field. Sometimes he takes, a risk, as any college quarterback did. He took a lot of risks. Fortunately, the only time it hurt him was against TCU. But overall, the dude's a good quarterback. He received some good coaching. And I just hope he goes to a good team that's ready to win. I hope it's not Chicago. I always like Washington, but I just feel they in rebuilding mode right now. The Raiders have the 13th pick. You know, with that type of weapons around them with Jacobs and Adams and that, Crosby on defense, and hopefully they can make a couple more pickups. Seahawks with him playing for Mike McDaniel as a freshman. They also got a couple coaches coming over from the Michigan staff to Seattle, so that can be a good fit as well. But the sky's the limit with dude. The sky's the limit. I really didn't care too much about him doing anything at the combine, because not just speaking as a Michigan head, but I'm just speaking as a football fan. The dude can do it all. And I think the big takeaway should be is that ain't too many quarterbacks with that much talent can put that to the side for the better of the team. You can look at any quarterback and say, all right, what was their wins and losses? And was he able to fit in a system that wasn't really geared for quarterbacks to throw for 4,000 yards? And he did that. Every big game, Alabama, whether it was Washington, every game he played in, he made some big time plays. Outside of the TCU game, he's been money. And I even go out on a limb and say, if he plays the Georgia game his freshman year, there's maybe a different outcome. So, I'm proud of the dude. He had a good workout at the combine, the experts say, but, only time will tell. If he goes to the right team, Seattle, Washington, Atlanta, teams where they got talented around, not just talented skill players, talented offensive line, talented coaches that can get the best out of a quarterback who has raw skills. He has raw skills. So for Jim Harbaugh to hold all that back and say, hey, we only going to need you to do that when our backs against the wall. We got this offensive line, we got this defense, and we got these running backs to where you're not dropping back 30, 40 times a game, having to avoid sacks, take hits, put yourself in danger. He really just got to sit back there and say, all right, when y'all need me, just let me know. And he's delivered. He wasn't just a game manager that was on a team and he just was the quarterback. No, he made the plays. He made the plays. That's been the difference in Michigan for the last 15 out of the last 20 years. We've been a quarterback away. And no matter how good your coaching is, how good your team is, you're going to need that quarterback. That's Georgia. Stephen Bennett probably never played in the NFL, but when he needed to make plays, he made them. I remember. So he wasn't a game manager by no sorts. The dude was a certified baller. And if you're ready to win a Super Bowl, you need to get him. If you're looking to rebuild, he's not your guy. He's not your guy. He's not going to come in like C.J. Stroud and throw for 300 yards a game and all that other shit. He's going to come in and what you need me to do. If you need me to throw this motherfucker, he can't throw it. Go back and look at the Ohio game from his sophomore year. Those first-round DBs across the field. He stepped up, made throws where he needed to without the nation's leading running back that year. Go look at the TCU game. He threw 2 pick sixes but was in one play of a comeback. One play, 2 pick sixes. And without his star running back, he came that close to leading us to a victory, which was an upset. But he's that dude. He's that dude. And no disrespect to Michigan's receivers and tight ends, which we have some good ones, but we have a system where we got 3 or 4 receivers and then just pick one. We have that system where it's drop back. I'm going to give my man a chance to win the ball. That was Roman Wilson. That's it. That I love Cornelius Johnson. I love, Coasting motherfucking Loveland, greatest tight end from Idaho. But we didn't have that system where it was 3 or 4 receivers like Ohio, and we saying, all right, just go ahead and make passes. No. If you go look at his film, it was a couple times. 3rd down, 32, made the play. So, J.J. McCARTHY, day 3 of the NFL Combine, he did what the fuck he was supposed to do. Got big as shit. I hope, you get that big. He was big as hell. I'm not going to lie. Like, he came in looking like a fucking linebacker. Like, dude's shoulders was on swole. Dude's shoulders was on fucking swole. Neck was big as a motherfucker. But once again, J.J. McCARTHY, NFL Combine, made some good throws, couple drops, couple missed throws. But when you're in fucking gym shorts and tennis shoes, none of that shit matter. Go put the tape on, put the pads on, and you're going to see what JJ can do. Once again, looking forward to seeing what team get him. He's going to go first round. If he don't, shit, if he falls to second round, I know Jim Harbaugh's and with the Chargers, and they have a franchise quarterback. But if he falls to the second round, 3rd round, he's not going to fall that far. But I would love to see him go to the Chargers, sit behind Hibbert for a year or two, and just get – he's still young. The dude's only 21 years old. Out of all the quarterbacks that's mostly in this draft, he's the youngest. Every other quarterback been in college for almost 4 or 5 years. His is 3 years, and one was a COVID year. So he couldn't really do shit his freshman year, had surgery, came in his sophomore year, was battling with the returning starter from the first year where they went to the Big Ten championship, won, and went to the playoffs. And then to win that competition and go on to just basically lose one game within those 2 years, the dude's a baller, man. So I'm pretty sure he's going to go first round. I just hope it's to a team where he can contend for a Super Bowl and not be in some dog shit pony show where he got to have some shit where he got to just try to not get killed. Similar to Zach Wilson. I thought Zach Wilson was a beast at BYU. I liked everything he did. He went to the Jets, and they fucked him over. That's what happened. When you go to a teams where they not ready, they just throwing you out there, everybody's not CJ Stroud. So with that being said, go motherfucking